This is our second year, the second winter where we've had the night shelter, and it came about because we saw people sleeping outside on the car park when we arrived in the morning. So we raised some money in April 15 and then again in April 16, and we used this money to get the pods and to staff them. All through last winter we were looking after about 20 people usually a night, and this year it will be the same, but we're not up to those numbers yet. It's mainly men, but we take men or women. And when we went to a feedback after last winter, the church shelters were deemed to be very successful. And the main thing is, it's in the mornings, particularly at weekend. If you had to turn homeless people back out onto the streets on a Saturday and Sunday at 8 o'clock in the morning, there's nothing for them to do and nowhere to go. So our night shelter this year is open for much longer. We're open every evening from 6 right through until 10:30 the next morning, 7 days a week. And breakfast every morning for them is 8:30 till 10:30. And so a lot of them this year have their own keys so they can come and go as they wish. But if they don't have any money, we still look after them, and most of them are very grateful. And a lot of them have been able to get jobs because they've been able to be clean and presentable, and they can do bar work and warehouse work because they're smart and clean and well dressed. We started again in May this year, and that was mainly for migrants who had come to the country and had nowhere to stay. If they applied for permission to remain, once that was granted, they were given a national insurance number, but they lost the accommodation they'd had while they were applying. And so in the summer it was mainly lads from Sudan and Syria, some from Iran, but mainly those two. But now as we move towards the winter, we get far more of the people who have been sleeping out, lots of lads from Poland and the like, so Afghanistan, we've got lads from all over, and these lads want to work. When we had the migrants here, they were all Muslim. They were mainly vegetarian. If they weren't vegetarian, their meat has to be halal. They wouldn't go anywhere near ham, so they wouldn't have anything to do with pork, that sort of meat. And they were very much of a muchness with what they ate. However, what we found is that now they've been here a few months, they're beginning to tire of the same mundane stuff we give them each evening. In the evenings, they would typically have lettuce, salad, cucumbers, tuna, which is about the only protein type thing they will have, and eggs. But now, as we're getting more of these lads from Eastern Europe coming, they're going to have a much more varied diet. And recently, the rice and curries that have been brought in have gone down very, very well. The last 2 Sundays, somebody has brought us in some curried rice, and the lads have been eating that and they're very, very much enjoying it. They're liking the hot food for a change rather than the cold sandwiches. My biggest problem, because we're open such long hours, my problem is coordinating the staff. We have to have people staying on overnight, we have to have people here for the breakfast, we have to have people here for the evening, and as well as the people who are paid from the funds, we also have to have volunteers every night. It's easier to ask somebody to come in when you're paying them, when you're asking people to volunteer. So when Lydia offered Chu Chi would do the last week of each month with volunteers, I was very, very pleased. And it's very, very helpful to me to know that each week in the month, the Chu Chi group supply food and volunteers, and we are very, very grateful to them. I'm very impressed by all the Chu Chi people. They've been very, very welcome and very helpful.
因为女儿在英国打工度假，所以趁着她在英国这个时间来找她玩，来看看她。也刚好就是碰到说，因为女儿告诉我说：“妈妈，你要带蓝天白云来哦。”刚好有遇到花放，如果姻缘可以的话，你刚好可以来参加。我说那真的很棒，故意特地要来也不见得是会遇到的。
想借师傅负责哪一方面的那个？
来，当然抱着一份学习的心。那我一开始来是带香鸡，在厨房里面帮忙，对，再来就到花房的现场这边来帮忙。
在以什么法使呢？
就觉得我们在台湾的志工真的太幸福了，因为像你们在这边人员很少，你们的资源很少，你们什么都一个人要当好几个人用。 所以台湾的志工要加油。